I think the smart people are in this room. Because, you know, if you don't take care of your body, you can't do business. You can't do anything. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, and then I'm going to really dive into things that you can incorporate. We have very limited time, but I think this is so important that everyone understands the value of taking care of your body from the inside out. I was introduced as the holistic doctor. That's wonderful. But I'm really called secretively the red doctor. And I don't know why. I can't guess why. But really, red symbolizes passion, perseverance, and being able to do it all in my eyes. So for me, red is very powerful. When I want to be powerful, I wear red, and that's every day. So you will never catch me without wearing something red. Always my red lipstick, always red nails, and usually a piece of clothing that symbolizes that. It gets me prepared. But it's really important that you find what you connect to. You know, Nancy was up there talking about, you know, she is the visionary with guts. Find what you connect to, what is inside of your gut, okay? Because that's going to help you to be as successful as you possibly can be. So we're going to talk about a simple guide for wellness at home, work, and play. And go ahead and, nope, I think you could just do the arrow. That's not. There you go. There we go. There we go. Every human being is the author of his own health or disease. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean to you? Excellent. What else can that mean to you?
Everything that you have in your body at that point is part of that story.
Exactly. It is part of your story. And unless you have the ability to empower yourself with education, you will have disease. It is simple, very simple. So you can either build your health or you can build disease. And that is what we're going to be focused on. Now, I have to share something with you because this is not just a workshop. This is not just something that I read and I studied. This is something that I've lived. I don't know how many people read my bio. I'm going to make my bio really short and sweet for the folks that did not, and I'm going to make it personalized for the people that did. 8 years ago, I was in a bed, not walking, with no hope, with people, doctors, MDs telling me, you will never walk again. For 2 years, I heard the same story. For 2 years, they told me, forget it, you're never going to walk again. And when they told me go to pain management, I was so excited because I thought somebody knew how to deal with my pain. And what they did was tell me, here's another prescription. I had polio as a child at the age of 3. I've had 36 surgeries. So you see me walking with a crutch. I've just had 36, number 36. At that point, 35. Nothing had ever stopped me until chronic pain just crept up. And my whole world came tumbling down. And Lisa, you talked about reinventing yourself. Talk about reinventing yourself when you don't know what is going to happen. I had studied, I was a doctor, what now? They told me I wasn't going to walk. I wasn't going to do anything. So fast forward, I go to an MD who says to me, why don't you look into holistic medicine? And I looked at him like he had a horn sticking out of his head. And I said to him, I'm a doctor. I don't believe in it. Of course, no, I didn't say it that way because I wasn't cocky at that time. I was actually drugged up. I was taking 8 to 10 pain pills. So I'm like, what? I don't really know. I don't believe in that. This is a woman that was so vibrant, had been reduced to a victim. I had never been that in my life. Well, I took his words to heart. He said to me, what do you have to lose? Look into it. Long story short, 4 months later, I was walking without medication. I don't get a round of applause for that. Seriously.
We're like in shock.
I mean, in 4 months, I was walking, and I knew then that this was real. I could be empowered to take over my own health. I didn't have to look at disease as my friend anymore. It wasn't my friend. It had never been my friend, and I was given a bunch of crock and told that I had to buy into that. And I swore the day that I started walking that I would never shut up again, and that I would tell everybody about this, that I would tell you that you can take care of your bodies and that you have other options. It's not just surgery. It's not just medication. There's a whole wealth of information out there that you can embody in yourself, and you can give back to your families, and you can give back to society. And that's what I do. Go ahead and click that for me. That's who wrote that, Buddha. I love it. What is this workshop about? I put this sexy picture in there because I knew that would get your attention. You go, oh, is this sexy? Is this a sex? Go ahead. What is it about? It is empowerment, motivation, and reality. Because the EMR, without the EMR, you really are nothing. If you are empowered, if I give you information and you go, oh yeah, and then you're motivated, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna tell you reality. If you do not take care of your bodies, you are going to die prematurely. You are going to age prematurely. You're gonna suffer with disease even if you are living for a very long time. I predict that in 20 years, we're gonna look back and we're gonna say, our life expectancy has been cut. Why? Because we are poisoning ourselves. So you must be empowered. You must take this information that I give you today and be hungry enough to just be the taste that you are ready to go forward and learn more. And then you're gonna be motivated to actually do it. Forget about putting that underneath, because the reality is that you will suffer. Pay now or pay later. Health is a state of complete physical and mental and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. Wow, how powerful is that? So mind, body, and spirit. The truths and myths of holistic medicine. I'm just gonna make this, go ahead and just fast forward because I wanna get to the good stuff. What I want you to know from this is that holistic, if you just add a W in front of holistic, that's what it means. It's a whole approach to a whole person, which is what we are. We are not just a mind, and we're not just a body, and we're not just a spirit. We are all of those things. And if you treat one without the other, guess what? You're gonna have imbalances. Imbalances which create disease. So that's what I want you, that's the takeaway that I want you to know about holistic medicine. Don't buy into the bunch of crock that people say holistic medicine is, whoa, airy-fairy, you know, it's alternative. No, it's both. It's both of them, conventional and non-conventional. And I think what has happened here is that the pharmaceutical companies have gotten so, well, they have very deep pockets, right? So they can tell us whatever they want, and we go, yeah, sign me up for that. How many of you have seen those commercials on a prescription drug, and 10 seconds is about what it is good for, and then 50 seconds is how you're gonna die, and then we go and buy it. I am just flabbergasted, and I was one of the first people to buy it, okay? I was one of the first people to buy it. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward through that, because that's really what I wanted to tell you about holistic medicine. But again, we talked about the whole approach and the whole person, so that's what we're gonna be dealing with today. Holistic medicine focuses on well care, not sick care. Have you ever heard of well care? Who has ever heard about that? Really? Well, you guys are so educated. Wow. How did you get so educated? Because I certainly wasn't. I didn't know that you could take care of your body. I thought you just ate and had, worked and did what you had to do. And I typically ate well, but I didn't know that there was such a thing as well care. I just went to the doctor when I was sick. And that's what we do. Most of us do. Main factors that causes disease. Oh, diet. Diet. Who can guess? Don't punch that button yet. Who can guess what the second one is for disease? Very good. You got it. It is absolutely stress. It's the attitude towards life that goes with stress. Okay, how do you take care of your environment? How do you see? What is your perception? Go ahead. It's all interrelated, by the way. The attitude towards life and stress. Go ahead. Lipstick attitude. I have a lipstick up here, and everybody's been asking me, what do you have a lipstick for? I spend very special time designing my lipstick. It's actually a natural lipstick. And of course, I had to have a sassy red, right? But I also had a Simply Beautiful, because all of us don't love red. I don't know why, but some of us don't. So what is a lipstick attitude? And for the gentlemen in here, you also have a lipstick attitude, but it's called the winner attitude. For men, it's a little bit different. It's that winner attitude. That lipstick attitude is the ability to put on that lipstick and feel good about yourself. Feel good about, I am going to go out there and get the world. How many of you ladies, when you're not feeling so good, put on your lipstick anyway? Raise your hand.
Every day.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story how that happened for me. When I was going through the 35 surgeries, my surgery started when I was 7. By the time I got into my teens, back in New York when I had the surgeries, they were 8-hour surgeries, and I was usually in the hospital for about a year in a body cast. I had to build lipstick attitude back then. And what I told my sisters, I have 3 incredible sisters and an incredible mother, resources, support system like you would not believe. They are what makes me who I am, and my daughter. But back then, I would say to them, when I'm being wheeled out of the surgery room, put on my lipstick. The reddest you can find, because I am not going to be defeated. So my lipstick attitude began then. Well, interestingly enough, I just did a conference. I organized a conference called Suits, Stilettos, and Lipstick. If you're a local, you probably heard about it. We were in every, thank you, you were there. Suits, Stilettos, and Lipstick. The suits is because we're professional women, right? The stilettos is that sexy, sassy part of us. And that lipstick is our inner well-being, our power within. So we talked about lipstick attitude, and my keynote was putting on your lipstick attitude. Putting on your lipstick attitude, and for a man, putting on that winner attitude, no matter what, no matter how many monkey wrenches are being thrown against our head, we are going to put on that lipstick attitude no matter what. We're going to put on that winner attitude. So for women and for men, it is really so important that we look at that for well-being. Because if we don't do that, as a psychotherapist, I have to tell you how many women and men are coming into my office with depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. Those are the main things I specialize in. They come in falling apart. In fact, that's why I created Suits, Stilettos, and Lipstick. Because we need to do something. If women fall apart, society and the world falls apart. I'm sorry, with all due respect, men, but it is what it is. We are the ones that bring our husbands and partners into the doctors. We are the ones that make sure the food is the right food. So we need to really put on that lipstick attitude and be well within us. How can we give that to others if we cannot do it for ourselves? So we're going to talk about the simple ways to be healthy. If you know nothing at all and you leave with nothing at all from here today, I want you to remember 2 things: lipstick attitude or winner attitude, and eat alkaline food. What is that? Does anybody know what alkaline food is? Anybody? Nobody knows alkaline foods. Well, interestingly enough, I'll give you
I know what they are. They're,
Okay.
they lower our acidities because the acidity is creating toxins in our body.
Right.
I'm learning, and I just did that yesterday. So.
Excellent. Well, stress creates a very acid environment in your system. So when you eat bad food, like processed foods, anything that's processed, it brings acid into your body. Acid and stress are a time bomb waiting to happen. It causes disease. It equals cancer. And I have to say that word because, you know, a lot of people shy away from saying cancer, but it equals cancer. So eating alkaline food. So what you're going to do today is you're going to go home, well, not today, when you go home, you're going to research what are alkaline foods. And there's a little strip that you can buy at a vitamin store that you can test your pH level and see where you're at. I bet you it is off the roof. Things to eat, and Jack, you talked about acid food, but not necessarily. Believe it or not, lemons are alkaline. Put lemon in your water every day and you will reduce the pH level. Go ahead. Very good. And there are oils like Young Living oils that you can put into your water that would be equivalent to a lemon. Everybody knows about drinking water. How many of you drink water? How many of you drink 8 glasses of water? Well, this is a very healthy, no wonder you're all in here. You already want to be healthy, very good. But the rule of thumb is you drink half of your weight in ounces. That's what you should be drinking. And you need to be drinking water in the morning before you get up and drink your coffee. Okay? Go ahead. Microwaves, I know. Last time I did a presentation for American Express and I thought I was going to have to be taken away with security guards. Seriously, everybody when I say don't use microwaves, they like go crazy on me. Microwaves not only kills the good nutrition out of your food, it also puts in bad nutrition into your food or bad toxins into your food. They actually did a study that after 21 days with people eating microwave food, there were unidentified objects in your stool. It mutates into something that you will not ever recognize as something that you should be eating. Did I gross you out? Say yes, yes. I want you to be grossed out. Remember, reality. I don't spare. I was an educator for 25 years, so I had a lot of kids that I had to connect with, and they were tough kids. I taught and I oversaw very, very tough kids, and so I had to say it real. I had to say, can I say it on my video? I had to say the yes word all the time. You are eating. I mean, fill in the blank. You have to say it that way. So you eat shit. And you get shit. Okay, good. we can blurb that out, right? Meditation. Everybody hears about a meditation. Oh, I know how to meditate. Or how many of you start your day with actually a few minutes, even if it's 5 minutes of just calmness? It doesn't have to be meditation. Okay, now the numbers are going down lower, okay, because now we're having to do something about it. Meditation is not that difficult. You can take a class on meditation, but you could also do a relaxation. And when you're taking this into work, you must, on a daily basis, twice a day, take 5 minutes for yourself. I don't care if it's on the toilet, where you close your eyes and you visualize being in Tahiti. Okay? And I want you to use all of your senses. If for lack of time, I'm not going to do this exercise with you, but practice it. I am a hypnotherapist, and I became a hypnotherapist because of my journey, which, by the way, I wrote my book, and it is all documented how my journey was just an incredible way for me to be empowered on learning, and I became a hypnotherapist. So I use hypnosis with my clients to overcome fear and stop smoking and all that stuff, but to really take care of their insides. Oh, there he is doing that. Now he's in a beautiful desert, but that's, I think, where he's imagining he's at. I don't think he's really there. Where is it? Where did it go? Did it go? Okay. Oh, you changed it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay. Okay, how many of you use the little packets of blue, yellow, pink, whatever color? The yellow. See me afterwards, because we're going to have to talk about what that's doing to you. How many of you use the brown packets, right? The brown sugar, because that's so much healthier. Yeah. Nobody uses sugar in here. No. All of you are liars. Stevia. Very good, Jack. Very good. Agave. Blue agave, organic. It is delicious. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. If you know of someone that you love and is using those packets, tell them, throw them out. I don't know enough about xylitol, so I can't answer that question. I go with blue agave, so it's too new. We're not really sure. So blue agave, organic if you can afford it, and if you go to Costco, you get a great deal. How about parabens? Anybody know anything about parabens?
They're bad. I know that.
Bad for you.
Sodium lauryl sulfate.
Very bad.
Phytoestrogens, right?
Does anybody know what parabens are?
It's like some type of wax derivative or something.
Just know that it's bad for you. It is so bad for you. It actually has been, and I will probably be arrested as I exit, so please have my back. I'm telling you, these companies have so much money behind them that you say something against it and you're really looking at possibly serving time. But that's okay. Remember, I said to you I wasn't going to shut up, so I'm not shutting up. Parabens cause cancer. Simple. Remember, cancer. Don't use them. Go ahead. Massages, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with massages. Just know that massages are not just for relaxation. They actually allow you to release toxins in your body. At work, the way you do a massage is you do a massage. Learn how to do reflexology. It is very simple. You use this here to reduce stress. Right here, if you see this part and get right into the bone, right in there. And it's also wonderful for releasing headaches if you suffer from migraines. By the way, if anybody suffers from migraines, the reduction of those little packets will definitely help, as well as release not using parabens. Parabens also create migraines because your skin is a big organ that absorbs everything. Whole foods is really the answer, right? After all of this said and done, whole foods is the answer. I'm getting produce. The more whole foods you eat, the better. If you can afford organic, lovely. How many people eat organic here? Because this is a very wellness savvy group. Excellent. If you cannot afford all of the organic, what I say to do is pick the ones that have a skin that you eat. Grapes. Don't buy regular grapes. That has so much pesticide in there. You're eating more pesticide than grape, really. So get those organic, okay? The banana, you can peel it. You can buy conventional, okay? So that's the way you can compromise. That's the way I compromise. Because whole food is whole paycheck, right?
Right.
I'm sorry?
Cancer is more expensive.
Cancer is so much. That is such a great point. But people, again, we're having to condition, right? We're having to condition that we have to take care of our bodies. We have to really respect the temple because we're not going to be successful at anything if we're in a hospital. And believe me, after those 2 years, I can tell you that for a fact. Fluoride-free toothpaste. Again, another reason that I may get killed as I walk out. Anybody know about fluoride-free toothpaste? Now, I have to tell you a story. When I was a young mom, my daughter's 30 next year, I used to pay for extra fluoride treatments because I was a good mom.
Those are bad, right?
Bad.
That's why my daughter do it. That's why.
Bad, bad, bad. I used to pay, I didn't even have the money. I used to pay an extra $100 so she can get, extra fluoride. And now they tell me, oh, you are probably creating Alzheimer's in your daughter's life. I'm like, oh, nice. That makes you feel good as a mom. So throw that away. They're not very expensive. If you go to Publix, if you're in this area or at your local grocery store, most of them are carrying it. So just go ahead and just purchase that. Question? This one is Tom's, but there's so many of them now. There is a whole, I just brought it so you can see it. I almost forgot it, so I was going to bring you my used one, and I'm like, that doesn't look good.
Get the red one, right?
Well, yeah, see, of course, and matches, of course, very important. I forgot to point this out. When the paraben situation came up, and that's in your handout, a great option, the cheapest thing you could ever own in your life. It will help you. Okay, these are the things that will help you. Dry skin, wrinkles, psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis for massage, hair care, so on and so forth. Wounds, for scarring, amazing. For wrinkles, amazing. This is $12 and it will last you for 6 months. You can use it on your whole body. It comes from Africa. It comes from a plant. It's just the best. I found this inadvertently in a health fair, and I am in love with this stuff. I want to just dump my body in it. It's kind of hard, so it's not easy to spread it. But what I do is I mix it with my other lotion, and I put it out right after I get out of the shower. I do have some of them here. I'm not a product person, but I like to. This is so cheap. It's $12 and it'll last you for 6 months. So I just like to carry it in my center just so people know that there are other options than the $100 creams, okay? Laugh every day. This is my favorite. Okay, I'm losing you up. You guys have gotten to know me now, right? I'm a little bit crazy. I love red, right? Okay, I want to know how much you trust me. Do you trust me?
Yes.
Do you trust me to go with me on this exercise?
Yes.
This is the funniest and the coolest thing that you could possibly do for stress release. Now, you have to really come in and chime in with me because I can't do this alone. Belly laughing has been researched that it actually lowers our blood pressure. So I try to belly laugh at least once a week. I used to have high blood pressure. I don't take medication anymore. I belly laugh instead. It's so much more fun. But to belly laugh at request is a hard thing, right? Because if I was up here, doing all kinds of little dances, you would be laughing at me. But we're going to just laugh because we want to. So you're gonna see me do it, and you're gonna think I'm really crazy. I want you to go with me and start laughing with me, because the more you see, it's contagious. The more you see someone laugh, the more other people laugh with you, okay? So we ready? Let's do just a little trial and see if you guys are really ready. Isn't that lovely? Okay, you guys are good. Okay, we're going to do this again.
For a while.
There's laughter yoga. It's a new thing that's...
Oh, laughter yoga, yeah.
I went twice.
It's so fun. So you're an expert. Why don't you come up here and help me laugh? Come on. Yay! All right, you're gonna be my partner in action. Come on over here. Okay, we're gonna laugh together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, and we're gonna make this hard. Okay, 1, 2, 3. How did y'all feel? Because I'm euphoric right now. How do y'all feel?
Feels good.
Isn't that relaxing? Isn't that amazing? You know what just happened? Our endorphins started kicking in our bodies. Serotonin and endorphins and
Tell Joe
what got you to laugh that way? Because you guys were fabulous. What made you do that other than me being up here being silly? What was in your head?
Want to feel good.
What did?
Let loose and have fun.
Just have fun. Just have fun. It is contagious. And the more you point at someone, the more you will laugh, and the more they'll laugh right back at you. The more they will laugh back at you. And it is just so healing right now. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Beautiful. That is just bringing balance. We've forgotten to have balance, right? We've forgotten that we are a whole person and that we are not just work machines and we want to be successful and how do I get to the next level? Who's the one? Right? Those are all great things, and I certainly am a proponent to finding the one and being successful. But having that self-care. I see you're yawning. You know what that's happening? You're decompressing. It's a downshift. Your brain goes into a downshift when you bring laughter into your life. Really, very important. Go ahead. So, last but not least, how could I not mention gratitude? I live in gratitude for what you have given me today. I live in gratitude for getting up every morning and not having to take a pain pill. I live in gratitude for having the most fabulous daughter, which I can brag about for a whole hour. I live in gratitude for being able to teach and give back. What do you live in gratitude for? What do you give? Life. Love it. What do you live in gratitude for?
I just am happy when I wake up and see the sky and hear the birds and, know that I have another gift of the life that day and thankful for my sons and my husband.
Lovely, lovely. What do you live in gratitude for?
My children are following my purpose. And just feel so much better when I do.
If you can spend 5 minutes a day trying to figure out what you live in gratitude, and if you're really pressed for time, do the 30-second gratitude moment, is what I call it. Anything that you need that is fulfilling, that it will help nourish and nurture you. And then you can't but do one thing. You need to take care of your body. It goes back to that empowerment. It goes back to that motivation. It goes back to the reality. Because if you live in gratitude like I do, this is your only temple. How can I live in gratitude? How can I be there for my daughter so I could see my grandbabies be born if I don't take care of this? Right?
Most people take better care of their cars than take care of themselves.
Absolutely. And it's very interesting to me that the folks that are in this segment are people that are very much into taking care of themselves. So you are the disciples of helping others. You are the disciples of helping people understand that EMR, empowerment, motivation, and reality. You start with your children. You start with your family members. So I know they don't want to hear it. I sometimes say, oh, to my husband, you can't eat that. And he goes, but I have to educate it. It doesn't matter. I don't get tired. So what brings it all together is living in gratitude, having that lipstick or winner attitude, and then you are a successful person. then you can go soar. I came up with this while I was working through my conference, Suits, Stilettos, and Lipstick, which just happened July 13th. I was informed that I had to have surgery, and I couldn't walk. So here I am now having this, I have a center, I have a radio show, all this stuff is going on. I'm writing my book and all that, and I'm being told that I need more surgery, right? And then I go, okay, what do I do? So this is what I came up with. This is my quote for you. When you don't have legs to walk with, you grow wings to fly. And my wings are the disciples. So I started talking to everybody that came near me and said, this is what I need, this is what I need. Because this is not about me, this is about a bigger picture. So I want to give you a hand and let you know that you are in charge now of spreading this information. Because once you got it, you can't go back, right? You can't go back. And I want you on Monday to think, what can you do to be healthier so that you can be in gratitude to your body? And how are you going to apply it ASAP? So, a round for all of you. Thank you. I do have a few minutes for questions, and then 5 minutes for questions. Thank you. Questions? I know you guys have questions. Come on, I didn't mush you up that much.
Do you have any recommendations to keep the fluoride out of the water that we drink?
Yeah, there are all kinds of different filters that go on that you can buy, but if that's expensive, you can use lemon. Lemon is a very good way to calm the chemicals in your water. So putting a drop of lemon or a Young Living oil, lemon. And by the way, all essential oils are not created equal, so make sure that you use one that is digestible. I carry Young Living in my center. Young Living is a very good, it's organic and it's very pure. So lemon would be good. Question?
Is fluoride in spring water?
No, you have the answer?
It's in the city regulated.
Right,
So spring water is not regulated.
Right.
You don't know what it's in it. You don't know how long
Right.
it's been sitting in a warehouse in those plastic bottles. All the plastic that's on the market today is not BPA free. You need to have a water filtering system, and I don't sell this, but I just got reintroduced to Tupperware after 30 years. I love it. They have a pitcher that's BPA free. And the filter, the granules in it, it has granules, and you only have to change it every 4 months, which is really great. It's just like the Brita filter, but it's very, very cost affordable. And the granules are very affordable when you do have to change them. And so my husband and I have been using that. We got rid of all the bottles, plastic
That's great.
bottles.
Thank you.
All that, because you don't know, that water is not regulated.
Right.
You don't know
That's
where
really
it
the question. Yes.
comes from, or what's in it, and where they, you
I'm
don't know if it's true.
Thank you,
And
Valerie.
so
I just have one more.
sorry.
No, that's okay,
Yeah.
just because of lack of time. And I also want to do the raffle before you go. And you have a choice between one of the lipstick, which is Sassy Red, or Simply Beautiful, or my book. And I don't want to take any other stuff, so if you guys can take it home with you, that would be really great. I know that there will be taking care of that. One last question.
Could you talk a little bit about juicing? My husband just bought me the mother-of-all juicers, and now I have to start using
Yeah.
it. I feel very overwhelmed by it.
Right. It is overwhelming. That is a whole nother chapter. I would love to talk to you more one-to-one because that, absolutely. One thing that I can also mention, and I am not a product pusher, but I pick very specific things in my center. One thing that I am carrying is called Juice Plus. And the reason I take it personally is that for people that don't want to deal with the big machine, it is fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And it's not a replacement for fruits and vegetables, but it's certainly a good supplement. And it's mostly organic, and it's really, really good. My husband feels a great energy level. Thank you so much, everyone. I want to go ahead and do the raffle, and you want to talk about that as well?
Well, she's offering her package here, which is typically $838 value. She's going to be charging $497 for the conference, and that will include a general admission